7th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. From inside his own 15, looking for room. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So the Stanford Cardinal offense will take the field for the first possession of the day. And there he is. To this team's fans, he is a heroic figure. He is the guy who can lead them to the promised land.
This guy has been in big games, in big moments, and he's delivered for his football team. It never seems like a situation is just too big for him. This obviously is a huge game. I cannot wait to see this guy go.
You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
That quarterback has a hose. That he could throw it to the car wash and not get away. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
It's just such a missed opportunity for this offense. It's 3rd and 1, and you're trying to trick the defense by taking a shot. Defense dials in the blitz, but you just like to think that your offensive line, running backs, and tight ends can get that picked up to give your QB a shot to chuck it deep.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. So Clemson's offense will take the field for the first time. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They go to the ground. And the defense makes the tackle, but not before he gets down to the 2. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
Clemson will come to the line with a 1st and goal. Slams ahead. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and I love running the football down the red zone. You've got to be able to do it. And 1st down, obviously, is the right down to do it. But now limits the options a little bit more. 2nd down after that loss of yards play.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Third and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Getting some heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. So they'll send out the field goal unit. It is good! And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy.
First down for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Handoff to the single running back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Bringing out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the returner will be dragged down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty. And they got him for the sack.
You spread me out, I'm going to speed you up. Nice job. They go empty. Nobody in the backfield to help the quarterback block. The linebacker comes right up the gut, gets to the quarterback, gets him on the ground.
Fires to the wideout. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. He'll work his way down to the 28.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. Had time. Spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. Now on second down. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Looking for the end zone. And that one's going to be batted away incomplete, and we have played one. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Quarterback checking the play. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's looking for a man on second down. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football. You saw that there on the incompletion.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Back to the air one more time. He makes a grab. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a first and goal.
So nice when you're an offense and you're getting these third and shorts, and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up the first and goal.
A
it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks, and make plays.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you scored here.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front. Those big boys that can get after the quarterback, that play relentless, those guys really set the tone and set the foundation for Clemson and big-time success.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling.
And he reels it in inside the 30. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Clemson looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense nice.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Setting up the screen. Oh, he left him grabbing. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a 1st down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. New set of downs after that completion. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
You know, this tight end's a weapon in the passing game. He runs good routes, normally has good hands, but didn't have them there.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the 1st half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. 4th time tonight, we as he goes down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, going to throw it over the top of the knee. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Now on second down after the incompletion. Off the play fake. Coming after it. Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking to move it through the air. Quick strike complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains for the first down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air, it's Klubnik. It's complete to the right. Crosses the 30, he's got to lay it. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to it. Grabbed on the outside, it's Williams. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Fires to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now the lead is even bigger. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to our guys high above Howard's Rock.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. To the air. It's Klubnik. He lofts one down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at 4th down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Wants to return it. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Trying play action. Fires into traffic. Picked off. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Tiger. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Two-point conversion attempt is coming. Pass on the way. It's picked off. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for the big return there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 28. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try.
All kinds of running room. That's 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Stanford. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. A lot of we are's inside that stadium today. Penn State is running away with things, and that offense looks unstoppable. They're up by 20 over Illinois. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Going up top on first down. Looking to scramble. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. After the misfire, now on second down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Keeps the legs moving. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that new. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
He'll bring it back. It's Brown. Makes a move. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn on the gas. Great job, great return.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good. The lead is 19. The kickoff team is out there after that last punt return for a touchdown. Let's see if we get another big special teams play. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, to get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Got it set up on the outside. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Handoff to the single back. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when you decide to run it.
They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Got him downfield. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Feeling some heat. Fires to the tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through three quarters for these two guys. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. First down to start the drive after the break. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Touchdown, Cardinal! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And they did tack on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense
Lost one deep down the right side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tiger. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
salt into her wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Unit on the field. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the fourth. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They'll throw it on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Quick completion on the out route. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to pass. It's Daniels. Unloads to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he was...
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Here's the handoff. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up here.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Going with the ground game left. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He got it! And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Stanford quickly to the line. Defense looks like they're coming. He'll set up to throw. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford! This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at it. Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Now the pitch. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the fourth. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Penn State is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up by 16 over Illinois. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one. Ball in the air, intercepted. He'll try to take it back, and they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Clemson! And the stomping has commenced. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic, and this guy is having himself a day.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They looked like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Stanford going back to work with another first down. They're bringing heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback.
He's off to the races. Touchdown, Cardinal! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Oh, man, what a shot that quarterback took.
You definitely don't want to take many of those shots. I know the result was really good, but you don't want to get rocked and socked, and you definitely don't want your head to go.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. And down he goes. Not sure about putting your quarterback in harm's way there, but that's going to do it. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People were fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of the season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.